Hello summoners and welcome to another ProGuides video. My name is Irene and today we'll be talking about some changes that are coming for League of Legends within the next few weeks. More specifically, the League of Legends client. Another post just went up on Riot's dev boards and it seems like they've had enough with the memes about client bugs. So they're beginning the so-called client cleanup campaign. Two of their specific goals in this campaign are reducing the time it takes for the client to load up, aka client bootstrap time, and reducing the lag in champion select, especially when you lock in your champion. They're giving themselves an ambitious time frame of 6 months for these repairs, and a lot of the other bugs should be fixed as well as a byproduct of these main goals. And if you remember League's boards, the forum-like website full of discussions and player feedback about the game, Riot has decided that it's no longer necessary and will be deleting every single post, even the ones from years and years ago. As for our question of the day, I'm curious, what is the most ridiculous bug you've witnessed in your League client? I remember that one time when I was in Champion Select, everyone was done locking in their champions, the timer counted down, it reached 0, and we just stood there, frozen. And what made this extra ridiculous was that the Champ Select chat still worked, and my teammates were writing there wondering what the heck was going on and what was happening to us. We felt like we were stuck in purgatory, and eventually I got bored and I just clicked the X at the top and I dodged. And I even got the dodge penalty. And I don't know if I'm the person who is the only one who got it and I'm just some hero, or if everybody else had to do that eventually. Anyways, make sure to tell us your potato client stories in the comments below. And if you want to climb up the ladder this season, make sure to check out ProGuides.com. Want to learn how to gank people in their own lane? We have challenger coaches waiting to teach you everything they know about the game and help you improve. Sadly, they can't fix your client, but with all the gameplay changes, it'll be well worth the visit, so click that link in the description and get started now. Now, back to the news. So, about that client cleanup campaign. As I mentioned before, the first metric that Riot will be looking at is how long it takes for the client to boot up from the time you double-click that lol icon, also known as client bootstrap time. Riot says that their 6-month goal is to bring down this time to 15 seconds for everyone, even for the 10% of players with their toasters. Now, I've been doing some tests myself with the auto sign-in enabled, and this booting time levitated around 14 to 17 seconds on a decent machine. So they're on the right track with the goal. Now, the way they'll accomplish this for everyone is by reducing the amount of plugins and apps that are loaded on the side, as well as fixing some minor issues on the way. Currently, 41 separate plugins and 16 apps are loaded every time you start up the client, and each one takes around 0.1 to 0.8 seconds to load by itself. So you can imagine the combined time can end up being pretty darn long. I can only wish Riot good luck with reducing the startup time for all of us, and I genuinely hope that this isn't another one of those false promises. As for part 2 of the cleanup, what is being looked at is the time from you pressing the lock-in button in Champion Select to the client actually registering that action. Riot calls this Champ Select lock-in time, and according to their data, it seems they've made a lot of progress on that already in patch 9.23. For example, in patch 9.22, the average lock-in time was 500 milliseconds, and already in 9.23, this dropped to around 350 milliseconds for the median player. But still, for about 10% of the player base, this time is around 800 milliseconds, even right now. And this can be noticed pretty easily by the human eye when it happens, and many of you may have experienced this yourself, and it can be pretty annoying. Riot is fully aware that over the years the players have completely lost trust in them when it comes to fixing the client, and that we're probably wondering why the heck they're prioritizing these 2 random fixes. Well, the rationale is that in the process of fixing these 2 things, they'll be cleaning up many of the other hiccups and bugs that persist deep within the client architecture, making the experience better overall. They also do acknowledge that these are ambitious targets, and that maybe not all of this will be fixed in just 6 months. Now personally, I'm still not 100% sold on this, especially how the post's wording gives them a leeway if the goals aren't met. But at least they're aware of the problems and seem to be working on them. As for another Riot post that angered many, it was the news about the shutting down of its own forum-like website called The Boards. A very small percentage of the players had used this website, so this was Riot's reasoning for the shutdown, saying that most of the community had already migrated and moved to places like Reddit or Discord when it came to discussion. However, what really pissed people off wasn't that they're gonna retire the website, but that they planned to completely delete everything. And that means all those years old discussions, many of whom have become page 1 of Google results for some game problems that can't be found anywhere else. And the deletion is scheduled to happen on March 16th, giving everyone only a 2-week window to adjust and back up everything, which seems ridiculous, because there's honestly so much useful information there, especially technical support issues that I've even used to fix a client issue or two I've had. But I guess it's the client team's job that if they do it right, we won't need those posts, so we'll see what happens. I do agree that taking the form offline wouldn't be a bad move, considering that most of the forum had become filled with random unproductive complaints, but deleting everything and not archiving it, that just stings really badly. First Dominion was gone, then Twisted Treeline, and now even things like boards are being removed. Yet Timo and Yasuo are still out there on the Rift. Explain that one, Riot. Explain that one. Anyways, let's just wrap this up. Thank you guys for watching, and once again, you can check out our website, ProGuides.com, if you want to take your ranked armor to the next flashier level. We've got heaps of League of Legends content over there that will teach you more about the game, more about your mentality going in, as well as some neat little tricks that are unknown to the average player. Also, stay tuned to our YouTube channel, since we release League of Legends related content every single day. Good luck on the Rift, and we'll see you guys next time.